Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a senior contest at light heavyweight. Introducing the blue corner from the Oval Boxing Club, Max Bray.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be going through my personal heavyweight rankings. So what I've done is I've gone through WBA, WBC, WBO and IBF heavyweight rankings, top 15, and gone on BoxRec, taken all the pictures off, chucked it in, and I'm going to be chucking them into a tier list. Now, some of the rankings I don't agree with. I'll get to that when I get to it. So, this is my opinion. Everyone's opinion is different. Like, in my opinion, some of the rankings, I think they're smoking crack. But yeah, let's get started. So first up, we've got Agit Kabayel. Now, for me, Kabayel caught my eye when he upset Makhmudov in Saudi Arabia. Then he beat someone, can't remember. He fought again after, beat him. Then he went in against Zhilei Zhang, which was his last fight, and he pasted him. Put on a very, very, very dominant clinic against Zhilei Zhang. And Zhilei Zhang is no slouch by any means. So for me, he is a top 5 heavyweight in the world. He's not the number one, but for now he's going in 2 to 5. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr., he's a tricky one. Obviously, coming off his draw against Jarrell Miller in his last bout. But I ain't got anybody in the list to compare him against other than Kabayel. He is worse than Kabayel. Would I say he's a top 15 heavyweight? Probably not. I'd say he's top 25. Maybe. So for that reason, I'm sticking him in that category. Do I think he's going to be contending for a world title anytime soon? No. Do I think he'll give rounds to some of the younger guys, like a Moses Atalma, like a Fabio Wardley? Who else is there? Like a Jared Anderson? Yeah, I do. Martin Bacoli. I think he's... I don't know how to describe him. Not a contender. He's like a gatekeeper to contendership. Now, AJ, he's a weird one. So he's just been pasted. Well, yeah, the Dubois fight exposed him a bit. He's not as good as what we all thought he was. Or was he? To me, against Dubois, he had an off night. But against Wallin, he was dominant. Against Helenius, I think he was tetchy, and against Jermaine Franklin, against Franklin, he was definitely tetchy. You could tell he was coming off a difficult time against Alexander Usyk in that fight. So he's a weird one for me. I'm going to stick him in 6 to 15, but obviously depending on who pops up, he could drop down to 16th. So yeah. Oh, phone's disconnected on charge. Sorry about that. That's all I can say really. But Joshua, is he could easily drop down to there. Now, Jolalov. Great Olympic pedigree. Great amateur background. Very much so yet to be proven at heavyweight. Now, if I have a look in my notes, I think he's ranked by a couple of them. Or it might just be one. No, so he's number 7 for the WBC. And number 12 in the IBF. Now, his Olympic background speaks for itself. But at the minute, I don't see him as a top 15 heavyweight. Obviously, this one's easy. World champion, Daniel Dubois, easily number 2 ranked in the world. Coming off an amazing performance against Anthony Joshua. All his fights before it were dominant, other than the Usyk one. Usyk lost, Joe Joyce lost, were the only tetchy performances. But after Joe Joyce lost, kicked his career on a bit, hasn't he? So next up is Daniel Pero. Now, the last of his amateur bouts was against Richard Torres Jr. He lost it in the Olympic Games quarterfinals in 2021. Personally, again, he's untested, but I don't really see him as a top 25 heavyweight, so to speak. He's got a good amateur background again, but 11-0 just haven't been tested enough. Not even on the local regional scene. He's only just stepped up to the ones with winning records. Now we've got David Adelaide. I want to be honest. Obviously, I know the 16 to 25 is a big category, but he's English champion. Above pair or below, I don't know. I want to go just above him, just because he has had the tests. Bit more experienced. Who wins? No idea. 50-50. No, he's only... With Adelaide, though, he's only ranked by one of the people. I'm trying to find who it is. I think it's... Yeah, he's ranked number 10 by the WBO. And that's it. Now, I don't know how he's got there at all. But he's there. Next up, we have Deontay. Let me get his last name. Deontay Pettigrew. He's Continental America's champion. He's heavyweight out of America. I think there's a couple of American heavyweights better than him, i.e. Michael Hunter. Andy Ruiz, I'd say, is better than him. Jarrell Miller, Jared Anderson. So for me, I'll give him a bottom end of the 25. If we hit 25, then he gets to go in there. Wilder, I'll be honest. Again, he's not a top 25 fighter anymore. Used to be. But nowadays, well, I don't know. Obviously, his loss to Fury is against Tyson Fury. His losses to Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang's very good. And Joseph Parker, who's also very good. But it's his style. Do I think he can knock anyone on this list out? Absolutely. But his style is awful. Now, he is only also ranked by one of the divisions, that is the WBC. And I think I know why, because he was that WBC champion for a long time. But yeah, next up we got Fabio Wardley. Now Wardley's matched against Hooney, but Wardley is number 1 ranked in the WBA. Not ranked in the WBC. WBO, he is. Oh, he's also not ranked in WBO, but is. Oh, he's number 10 ranked in the Ring magazine. Now, why he's not ranked in the IBF, WBO, WBC, I don't actually know. Is it because he isn't mandatory for the WBA though? I don't get it. But I did read that obviously Michael Hunter is mandatory for Kubrat Pulev for the WBA World Championship, and Wardley was meant to fight Miller, and winner of Wardley versus Miller was going to fight winner of Pulev versus. I just said his name. Hunter. I read it on the WBA website underneath one of the things because I clicked on Wardley and it came up. So I think Hunter's facing Pulev. Say that as what you will. I agree with the Ring magazine. I think he's smack bang at number 10. I think Jolalov can point him, but he is an absolute dog. Now we've got Filip Hrgović. Tough loss to Dubois, but he's number 8 ranked in the WBA. Number 5 ranked in the WBC. Number 2 ranked in the WBO. And number 6 ranked in the IBF. He's ranked by everyone. Number 6 ring. Just coming off a win against Joyce. He kind of just boxed him. I don't know. I think Hrgović could have stopped him if he wanted to. But the loss against Dubois was tough. He's obviously beaten the likes of Zhilei Zhang before. I think he beats Wardley. I'll put him in my 6 to 15 category. Now, next up, we have Guido Vianello. Now, if you watch my Moses Talma video, I said he should fight Guido Vianello. I still believe in that statement. If I'm being perfectly honest, I can't remember who his losses are against, but they're of high opposition. He's only lost against top opposition. Now, for me, he's probably bottom end of top 25. I just remembered Richard Torres Jr. he lost to, and I think Torres Jr. is the best prospect out of the USA, in my opinion. But Vianello is ranked number 13 by the IBF, number 15 by the WBC. I believe that is it. Yeah. Now, next up, Frank Sanchez. If you follow boxing, you know who Frank Sanchez is. He's a tough bloke. Yeah, he gets beat by the better people, but he's very good. Similar to Andy Ruiz, I'd say he's a gatekeeper. Frank Sanchez. Did Andy Ruiz beat Frank Sanchez? Frank Sanchez beat Andy Ruiz. I don't know. Can't remember. One of the two. You can see, casual fan over here. But I believe Frank Sanchez beats Andy Ruiz now. I don't think he's a top 15. I think in this area is where he'll sit. Obviously, I'll adjust it as time goes on because I have a feeling this is going to get pretty packed. Jared Anderson got exposed by Bacoli, but I think he beats most of the American heavyweights. I think he beats Pettigrew, thinks he beat Ruiz. I think he beats Miller, I think he beats Wilder. Him versus Michael Hunter would be close. I believe he beats Joshua. Maybe even Fabio Wardley. No, I said no. I'll stick him there. I think he's 13th, 14th. Now, Johnny Fisher, I'll be honest. Does he beat Adelaide? I don't know. I'm starting to feel bad for this Pero because I haven't seen him box before. Jerome Miller, Drew Vandy Ruiz. So it's only I'm going to put Ruiz ahead of him just because of Ruiz's pedigree in the division. Okoli. Now, I'm actually going to stick Lawrence Okoli there. I think he's maybe 11th or 12th, in my opinion. Yet to be proven at heavyweight, but at cruiserweight he was a force until he lost to Billum Smith, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Justice Hooney. Now, he's matched to fight Wardley. I personally think Wardley beats him. I think Okoli beats him. No. Yeah, but I've got this British biasness, haven't I? I was sticking at 11. So at the minute I've got 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Not bad. Now this is the other Pero. This is Lenia Pero. according to the WBA, he's better than Daniel Pado. So I'm gonna look him up, and I'll be back with you. Oh, I keep pressing bloody space bar. Right, Lenny Aparo. He is. I'll go away up that. Right, Lenny Aparo. He is a former Olympian. In 2016, he beat the Italian. Let me find his name. Oh well, I knew it was. I couldn't think of it. Guido Vianello, and lost to Hrgovic. Holds a loss to Fraser Clark in the amateurs, but he beat Frank Sanchez in the amateurs. Now that Frank Sanchez win has thrown me completely. But it was in the amateurs, not the pro game. Now it'll be interesting to see him fight Frank Sanchez in the pros. But and you know what? I'm gonna stick him there because obviously beat Vianello in the amateurs, lost to Hrgovic, beat Sanchez, not proven in the pro game like Sanchez is. His little brother's below him. He's a bit more proven than his little brother. His most standout win came to Victor someone, Ukrainian fella. I can't pronounce his last name. First name Victor. He was two-time amateur world champion. Next up, we have Mahmoud Shah. Now, again, he's an experienced pro. He's fought Vitaly Klitschko for his WBC belt before, but he wouldn't make it into my top 25. I think he beats Wilder, Adelaide, Fisher, the other Pero. So I'm going to stick him there. I say I wouldn't put him in my top 25, but there might not even be 25 ranked above him. You know what I mean? Michael Hunter. Now, I said him versus Jared Anderson would be an interesting fight. Hunter's standout win came against Bacoli. Now, Hunter lost to Usyk in the cruiserweights, I believe. I think he beat Bacoli. To be quite frank, I think he beats Filip Hrgovic. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Still need more in there. Need more up here. Dave Allen. Before he beat Johnny Fisher, I would have told you Dave Allen's a journeyman. Plain and simple. Beats journeyman. I wouldn't call him a journeyman. He beats journeyman, loses to the top guys. But after his most recent performance, I think he can't against Fisher. I think he could sneak at the back, the 25th spot. But for now, I'm going to stick him ahead of Char. I think him versus Wilder would be a good show, good fight. Now, this is an interesting one. Moses Atalma. So I've got a video on Moses Atalma and who he should fight. I've said Wilder. I've said Vianello. But truth be told, I'm going to put him way above them. I think Atalma's a future champion. I think if Usyk doesn't retire, I think he will give Usyk a good go. Now, I think he beats Lawrence Okoli, definitely. But all these other ones be a lot tougher for him. I think Anderson, I'm actually going to move Anderson to above Lawrence Okoli. Now, this next guy, he's a French lad. I can't really, hold on, I'm looking at me notes. I think it's Murad Ilev, number 10 ranked with the WBC. I ain't got a clue. Again, could give him to Moses Atalma. Now, I'm giving benefit of the doubt. He's 11-0, so I'm going to stick him there and hope for the best. Murat Gasayev, tough one to place. Was a great cruiserweight, stepped up to heavy, lost to Usyk at cruiserweight, stepped up to heavyweight. Has been performing not too bad. So I think I'll stick him at the front end of the 16 to 25. And Nelson Heiser, he's European champion. I'll stick at the back end of 6 to 15. In my opinion. No, I'm not, because I've seen who's next. Oh, that's thrown a spanner in my works. Right, I'm dropping down to there. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's full now. Martin Bakoli. I can't stick him in front of Hunter because he lost to him. Now I've only got one to put in there. Oh, we're going to have to do some reshuffling. Can't remember who this next guy is. Oh no. Right, I will skip him, come back to him. So you got Alexander Usyk, number 1. For me, he's one of the greatest boxers of the modern generation at cruiser and at heavyweight. And Richie Riakporhe shouldn't even be in this list. Like, lost to Okoli, lost to Billum Smith. Like, it's not funny, really. Otto Wallin. This is where the rejigging comes in. And I'm going to stick Wallin alongside Frank Sanchez, Andy Ruiz, Jarrell Miller, and I think Wallin goes there. Again, like the other three, he's a gatekeeper to becoming that contender. 6 to 15 are contenders. He's the gatekeeper, one of them. Now you got Torres Jr. Great amateur. Oh, a bit more rejigging is going to have to happen there. Yeah. Torres Jr. is going there. Great amateur background, and I think he's a top prospect in the heavyweight division at the minute. Personally, I say he needs to fight Miller, get through a Miller, or even a Wilder, and fight Anderson. This is obviously all local, American, and then him versus Hunter would be good. That's the journey Obviously, Torres Jr. going on. Say Journey. Oh my god. I haven't included Joe Parker. Right. Oh, I don't know. Let me go grab Joe Parker's picture. So, I've grabbed Joe Parker as well. So, I'm sticking at number 3. Caballel's number 4. Now, next up he's a Ukrainian. Let me just grab his name. Bad, innit? He is Vladislav Sorenko. Now, I'm familiar with him. I know he's an undefeated prospect out of Ukraine. So, Ukrainian fighters are always good. I'm going to stick him above the Italian, but below the Cuban. I'm still trying to figure out who that is. Now, this guy's a 2-0 fella. Andy Toyrak. He's going below Richard Riakporhe. At least Richard Riakporhe's proven in the pro game. You know what I mean? Next up is... Actually, I'm figuring out who this guy is. So yeah, it is Peter Kadiru. I'm going to stick him above Adelaide, below Wilder. Don't know enough about him to say otherwise. Next up, Derek Chisora. Now, for me, recently, Chisora's done enough to prove that he is better than a lot of... I'm putting him at 17, and I checked. Gasso have lost to Wallin. He's going down. That's how I see 16 to 25. Now, there's going to be a bit of jigging about up here. Truth be told, I still see Zhilei Zhang as number 4 in the world. I know he lost to Caballel, but I still think he's number 4 ranked in the world. I would put Michael Hunter at number 5. And I'll put Efe Ajagba above Martin Bakole. Oh no. I've messed up. Usyk's number 1. Right, I'm going to read them out. Usyk, number 1. Dubois, 2. Parker, 3. Caballel, 4th. Zhang, 5th. I didn't need to move Hunter. Never mind. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm right. So, is there any you agree with, disagree with? Now, obviously, the top 15 are the ones that matter the most. All of these could be interchangeable as far as I'm aware. But especially the 25 plus, it just gets hard to call. Because it's like, do you go for the experience or the unproven prospects? Like Char could easily be up there. Finney could easily be down here. You just don't know. But that's my... Well, let's get U6 head in. So that's my rankings. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Give me any more video ideas. I'm thinking about doing more of this style, but maybe condense it down a little bit, because that was a lot and it's taken a lot. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.